59.
Fast start here. So a love service game for the fourth seed and a confident start.
Yeah, that's been a bit of her Achilles heel is her serve and her forehand in the Coco Gauff game, and she's really been working hard on her serve. She's abbreviated her motion just a tad, and we've heard that she got a little tutelage from Andy Roddick and made sure that it just became simpler. Sometimes people can make a serve really complex, but all you have to do in a serve is really just get into that throwing arm, the throwing motion, getting that right elbow up. But what I want to see her continue to do more on her serve is stay up tall on her left side. She sometimes collapses a little bit too early, and it's just part of relearning a serve, being confident that you don't have to quickly get back and get ready for the return and just forget about hitting your serve.
What do you think Schmiedlova's tactics would be against an athletic Coco Gauff?
Well, Schmiedlova, she has a way better backhand than her forehand. Her forehand gets a bit slappy and a bit inconsistent, and she really needs to focus on getting into Coco Gauff's service game. She's going to face a couple break points. She might get down a break, but it's making those inroads in service games that makes a weaker server feel more confident as the match goes along. Even if it's just getting to 30 or even getting into 30 all, just somewhere around there where you feel like you're close.
Love 30. Ball.
Schmiedlova did make the second round in Brisbane at the start of the year, and then again second round in Hobart. So has won a couple of matches. But this is a nervous start. Very extreme grip on that forehand.
As well as a big take back. You can't have both. You have to pick one. Otherwise you'll be late constantly on a forehand side hitting that way.
What a start from Coco Gauff. Yet to drop a point. Jill. Impressive start here from the young American.
You know, I just very, very consistent, and already, you know, you mentioned a nervous start. I've already seen Schmiedlova look over at her coaching box a couple times with just a couple of these mistakes or worrying look, that just not feeling as comfortable. But it's huge credit to Coco. You know, she's been starting a lot of her matches stronger in the past year and a half, and this is a very, very consistent start from Coco.
These are the matches that Coco needs to keep moving and progressing through. We saw last night Sabalenka just really have her way with her opponent, but Coco needs to have a similar mind frame, a similar tactic of showing these other women in the draw that I'm so ready to go at this Grand Slam, you got to chase me.
That'll be a relief. First point of the match for Schmiedlova. Forehand has been problematic at times. Does have an extreme grip.
Yeah, it's her weight transfer. She always falls back off of her forehand when she's feeling tight and nervous. So we've seen people have extreme grips, I mean, all through, especially with all these clay quarters coming out. I mean, the biggest example is Rafael Nadal just coming out with that huge extreme grip, and everyone said, oh, he'll never be able to handle a fast court. He'll never be able to win at Wimbledon or US Open. But it's possible. It's just how you transfer your weight when you are hitting the ball. You can't be falling back, because that just allows the ball to float. It allows more mishits. It's harder to get through the ball when you are falling backwards.
There it is again. That's the side that you'll find a few more errors from Coco Gauff, and this is a nice little fight back from Schmiedlova.
15-40.
Yeah, we saw Sofia Kenin really destroy the Coco Gauff forehand, and it's not that she did anything special, like beat it with pace that we've seen before from a Rybakina or a Sabalenka. She just relentlessly kept going to that side, to the extent where Coco had to scrap everything that was, you know, working for her. She had to really have a rebuild before the US Open Hardcourt Series. But it is those stepping stones in a career where you come out, you know, it's your freshman season where you're new and you're fresh and no one has really seen your game. And then your second year, there's usually a bit of a slump where people start figuring out how to play you. You take a couple lumps. And then you have to work on your game. You're not a young junior anymore. You're not the new kid on the block. You are now becoming the seasoned vet.
It's the break straight back here, Schmiedlova. Coco Gauff still in front, leads 2-1 first set. Well, this is Grand Slam Oval, out and about for all the fans. You can play a bit of table tennis, a bit of paddle tennis. We've got plenty of action here. It's such a vast facility and so much space to move around and catch all the action on all the outside courts.
Time. Love 15.
Yeah, not easy to the sun.
That is the tough part about coming here to Australia. And you get all these Eastern Europeans coming in who have probably done most of their preseason prep indoors and coming back out and getting used to dealing with the sun, dealing with those conditions that come along with summertime. And especially when you're at a center court like this, it's hard to find your areas to throw your toss without changing your serve and cadence completely.
That's the money shot, the backhand. Just a little defensive or passive, I think. It hasn't quite unloaded yet in this match.
Yeah, in the matches I was watching in Auckland, she started like this most every first set, just not being as sure of herself, but really come second set, she started rocking and rolling.
Yeah, good shot here. When you throw that ball toss up, even if you make good contact, you get in, but it's a next shot, isn't it? Because your eyes are stung by the glare.
You're chasing dots,
Yeah.
not just the tennis ball.
And a nice response from
Game over.
Coco Gauff, the 4th seed here at the Australian Open. A good start here, 3-1.
By 3 against 1.
Yeah, you guys made some good observations up there, and similar down here courtside, where it just felt like Coco started unleashing a little bit more on the backhand, and it was the footwork that, for me, increased a little bit. Just those extra adjustment steps got a little bit quicker up to the ball, and that made a big difference.
Oh, she's missed it. Can you believe it?
I mean, Schmiedlova basically gave up on the point. She thought she missed the ball 3 different times, and Coco just being a little bit too relaxed here to finish it off. And these are the moments where Coco needs to start tightening up really quickly, because it's not that she is going to struggle with Schmiedlova. It's just you want to not let your opponent, especially with a weaker ranking, feel like they have any shot in this match.
like your thoughts on Coco Gauff's
15 on.
athleticism. I thought at the US Open, her movement, and of course over the years, has just been phenomenal. Where does that rate? I mean, we know Serena was an incredible athlete. Is it that level?
I think it's more, it's different than Serena's, but on the same caliber. And I'll explain why in a minute. Serena
15,
was
30.
capable of hitting a winner from anywhere and changing pure defense into offense in a snap of a finger. And she did that with her athleticism, with her strength, and very much a different body type than Coco Gauff. And that creates the ability for her to be able to do it. But for Coco, her speed is just suffocating. You feel like she gets an extra ball every single time, and you can't seem to hit a winner, so you almost hit yourself out of a match. Because Coco's not going to beat you with pure strength and power and
15,
just the intensity that Serena brought off of her normal ground stroke. It's very much a different ball. Coco's ball is a little bit weaker. It sits up a little bit more, and that's just due to her technique and her grips. It's so much easier for Serena to be able to drive through the court, and it was a different era of tennis.
Well, this forehand is all at sea.
Game
So
Schmiedlova.
Schmiedlova gets the break back. 3-2. Coco Gauff leads first
Gauff
set.
leads by 3 games to 2.
The iconic Australian Open. It's time to raise your expectations with the Chubb Insurance Masterpiece Upgrade. 2 lucky fans will soon enjoy a premium seat upgrade, complete with VIP service. All thanks to Masterpiece by Chubb, Australia's leading insurer for high-value home contents. So let's find out, lucky fans. Congratulations. Get ready to upgrade your experience with premium seating and
Time.
Big crowds. They are just loving all the action here. Not just on Rod Laver, but of course many outside courts. Forehand a little shaky at the moment for Coco. Just needs to tighten that up.
Love 15.
Brad Gilbert was added to the coaching team. How much of an impact do you think that has made?
I think it has made a massive impact. It's not so much that, you know, Brad Gilbert, the legendary coach and a great player in his own right. It's more so just hearing the same words but in a different way. There's a famous coach in the U.S., John Wooden, who famously had a quote that said, "It's the difference between a good coach and a great coach is how many ways you can say the same thing."
Love 30.
And for Brad, it is very much making sure that Coco felt comfortable being the aggressor on her forehand, being the aggressor on her service games. She relied so much on her athleticism and retrieving that extra ball that she was getting away with having those shots continue to stay in the weaker end of her game. But you can even see her physicality. She looks so much stronger this year. She doesn't look like a little kid anymore.
Good hitting here from Schmiedlova. Yet to hold serve, so
15-30.
would love to get that done.
$15.40. Game over.
It's just turning into a break fest.
Yeah, look, the court's slow. I was
Leads,
courtside
9-4
yesterday
against
and last night for matches, and I thought it looked pretty slow. It should be relatively quick quicker in the middle of the day, though.
The more the court gets played on, it also continues to get quicker as the tournament goes on. The stadium courts are the last ones to be finished as far as the paint and everything, and it gets the least amount of play usually even leading into the tournament.
It's like you're right, Coco. Gauff is falling off and decelerating on that forehand. It's when she's at her best, is she's on that front foot and really going through it.
And she might be able to get away with it in this match just because of the caliber of opponent. Yes, Schmiedlova is ranked 69 in the world.
Led for serve.
But it's working towards when you're making the round of 16, the quarterfinals, where you're facing those top seeds, and a lot of the top seeds are bigger hitters. And you're not going to be able to get away with chasing that extra ball down,
18.
having these loose airs off the forehand side, because when you're facing a bigger hitter and someone that can hit through you, it gets exposed so much quicker, your weaknesses. They're able to find that forehand so much quicker than you can hide it.
$15.30.
And for example, when I played Jelena Jankovic, she always had a super weak forehand. That was the one side you wanted to pick on. Her backhand was rock solid, but it was how quickly you could make her feel that her forehand was weak.
$15.40.
It's just Coco here not getting any direction on her ball. She's just hitting these rally balls up the middle, not really putting much weight behind it, especially on the forehand side. And it's just, not affecting Schmiedlova at all. She's able to start dictating with her backhand and moving Coco around.
30-40. Game Schmiedlova.
So we're
New
back on
ball
serve.
six.
Coco Gauff dropping serve, but still in front,
Gauff leads
4-3
by 4
first
games to
set.
3. Time.
We're on serve here on Rod Laver Arena. Coco Gauff, the number 4 seed here at the Australian. Day 2 here at the Australian Open. Great crowds in. Very pleasant conditions. Coco Gauff has been up a break 3 times. Yet to be able to consolidate it. Schmiedlova serving at the difficult end given the sun when you throw your ball toss up. She is yet to hold serve as well.
Fifteen love.
Foul.
15 on.
And Schmiedlova can't be throwing in double faults right now. I know you get nervous at certain times. You lose confidence, and the sun being as difficult as it is on that side. But you have an opponent in Coco Gauff that's just missing so easily and often. You have to keep making her play by any means.
You can't find a forehand at the moment. It's that deceleration, which is surprising me. She won in Auckland. I would have thought she would have been super confident.
Yeah, it's crazy how quickly confidence can escape a player. You know, you win a tournament and you're coming into the Grand Slam feeling hot, feeling ready to go, that you have, you know, the hot hand right now, but it's getting through these first rounds. It's showing how difficult it is.
Backhand's always great, we know that.
30 on.
just a little lost in the thought process here. I mean, Schmiedlova, you've gotten every point here off of airs on Coco Gauff's forehand, and how you got those airs were driving through the ball, hitting normal paced balls. Throwing that slice off the forehand to Coco Gauff's backhand, that's only going to be disastrous. You got to keep picking on this forehand, keep making Coco generate pace off of it.
It's a little lucky, but it's a good pass.
30-40.
Just mentioning the forehand a little bit and just watching it courtside a little bit closely, it's the one that lands a little bit lower, I think, for Coco, where she has to really kind of accelerate and hit up on the ball. That's the one that she's been struggling with connecting cleanly. When it comes fast, like that last one into her forehand, she actually just guides it down the line.
Game ball.
Oh, gets away with it again here, Coco Gauff. Couple of let chords,
Gauff leads by 5 against the 3.
but gets the vital break and leads 5-3.
We really haven't seen a hold since the first service game of Coco Gauff.
Yeah, let's see if she can just get a bit more aggression on that serve and forehand. Serving for the set.
Left for 7. Left for 7. Love. Third Love.
Better service game here. Coco Gauff
40 love.
being urged on by her team. That's 3 set points. Gets there in the end. Coco Gauff had to struggle midway through the set. The 4th seed has taken it in 35 minutes, 6 games to 3.
Love 15. Love 13.
It really starts with these first couple games for Coco, just getting that extra relaxation all through her game, getting this first break, getting the hold to consolidate. These moments are so important early on.
Fifteen, 13.
No, that's that forehand when she gets on the front foot, gets through the ball beautifully.
15, 14.
When Coco's hitting off the front foot, she's able to create all these amazing angles. And how she started it was with that slice backhand. Whenever you hit a slice and you hit it low enough, everyone has to hit up to you. And it gives you a little bit of extra time to move up into the court to be able to be on the advantage on the attacking front foot.
Game ball.
Good start to the second set.
First game, second set.
It's got better as this match has gone on. Coco Gauff setting a break. Jill, courtside.
Yeah, just paying attention to Schmiedlova a little bit, actually, because even during the first set, she was holding her stomach a little bit, almost looked like she was trying to catch her breath, and for a moment we thought she was maybe going to call the trainer, but just went off the court. And you can still see it as she's walking in between points, her trying to just take those deep breaths. Once the point starts, she seems okay, but she does seem to be struggling a little bit, so I'm just trying to pay attention to that. But I do think that first set was crucial for Coco, because you know, a little positive energy after getting through that first set, seemed to just almost relax and calm down a little bit in that first game.
If you are feeling under the weather or coming into the tournament maybe a little bit injured, it's always great to find that shade right away. Just make sure you're taking a little bit of extra time. The umpires are usually a bit lenient on when they start the clock, as long as you're not abusing it, but it's so important to just find those little breaks in the court where you can hide for just that little bit.
40-11.
He just held serve twice in that first set, and you can just see stepping up to the line, more rhythm, more aggression. It's 193 kilometres an hour, so certainly building nicely into this match. And another one. That's the Coco Gauff we love. 6-3, 2-love.
Gauff leads by 2 games to love.
Just the second serve killing it. Schmiedlova, she's won 2 of 16 points.
Yeah, it's a pretty weak second serve. I would consider it more of just a point starter second serve. She doesn't really have much pace to it. She doesn't really have much placement to the serve. If you don't have good pace because you just don't have the strength, you better have good placement to be able to get it away from anyone's strike zones.
What does she do here? Has yet to hold serve, Schmiedlova. You know, it's not like she can step up the line and serve huge or try and start getting a lot of free points. She needs some sort of injection here, though.
Yeah, she's looking more and more dejected as this match goes on. Whatever is going on, however she's feeling, it's really just started to take over her game. So, you know, you don't come out healthy every time at a match, and so much is taken out of the first set of just, you want to get that first set, and you expend so much energy just working so hard to get in. When you don't, it's really hard to keep that energy up in the second.
15-14.
Well, a couple more chances here for Coco Gauff to extend the lead.
You know, Coco's seeing all this. She's seeing that Schmiedlova is missing within 2 balls, where before Schmiedlova was happy to be in these extended rallies and happy to, you know, keep putting her front foot forward. But now she's just pulling to get to the sideline and just sit down once again.
30-14.
This is as close as Schmiedlova has been all match to holding serve at deuce. They're constantly going back into the shades. Schmiedlova between points. Touch of class from Coco Gauff. Team Gauff love it, and why wouldn't they? 6-3, 3-love. She's getting better.
Yes.
Not quite there, but she's certainly getting better, Coco Gauff.
She's definitely feeling more confident on her ground strokes. Not only her forehand, but her backhand also. She's not just happy to make balls back in play. She's actually taking the advantage out there and trying to early in the rallies. And that's something that's so important for her going forward into these later round matches, is when you are playing a bigger hitter in a Sabalenka or a Rybakina, you have to be willing to challenge them on that first strike tennis. You have to get them off balance. You have to get them moving early. And the only way you can work on it is in live matches like this, where you have an opponent that's giving you opportunities to be able to start dictating and start dictating early.
Wonderful day here at Melbourne Park. Picture perfect conditions for the fans. And we are here on Rod Laver Arena. Teenage superstar Coco Gauff was famously winning the US Open 3 or 4 months ago. Coming into the Australian Open with good form, winning in Auckland, looking good.
Show it at game break.
Much better serve numbers. 67% of first serves in this second set. It's down around 50% for that first set.
Ball.
Rolling through nicely. 6-3, 4-love. That's a very big difference, 46 compared to 20 in terms of total points won, and it is reflecting on the scoreboard.
That's how you take care of a weak second serve. You step into the court and get your body weight moving forward. You match it. You don't wait for the ball to come to you. It's so much easier to time on a ball that comes slower and just spins into your body.
Oh, yeah, even the forehand. Excellent setup. Such good footwork to get to the ball. Just really taking time away from her opponent now. And with another 3 break points.
Ball.
Oh, it's been unrelenting pressure here from Coco Gauff. Just 1 game away, 6-3, 5-love, first round action.
Especially in the first set, we saw how weak it was coming off, and you can see here that most of her rally balls are going into the backhand side. Only 2 winners off of the forehand in that first set, and the reason why she's mainly picking on that backhand side of Schmiedlova is because she wants to get into the backhand and backhand exchange. She wants that to happen early and often, and you'll see that a lot from Coco Gauff, her hitting her forehand into her opponent's backhand corner. It's an easier shot with this extreme grip to be able to go inside out instead of going inside in. It takes a lot of racket head speed and a lot of discipline to stay down and through the ball to be able to take that ball inside in.
Picture perfect day here. Lots of outside courts in action. All in play. Day 2 here. Coco Gauff serving for the match.
Laverton.
Good pace.
This is something that's drastically improved. You never thought of Coco Gauff as too big of a server, but she can constantly throw in these big first serves. I mean, anywhere from 110 to 115 miles an hour. Apologies for not knowing what that is in kilometers.
It's around 190 kilometres.
30, 50.
She's hit one at 193 today.
Let person.
No, that one was 190, so it's good numbers. So, after just about an hour's play here, Coco Gauff with 2 match points. Brilliant. Coco Gauff through to the second round. Untroubled in the end. Straight sets winner, 6-3, 6-love.
Yeah, Coco really tightened everything up in the second set, really solidifying her place in the game of women's tennis. But she really does need to look at herself in that first set. That first set forehand was just an absolute disaster, but it shows her intelligence in her tennis game of having the wherewithal of how to figure it out, get more depth on the ball, get more pace, and having her weight move forward more into the court. And that was a good mental battle for Coco Gauff.
Not to be for Schmiedlova today. Very solid opening performance from Coco, our 4th seed here. A few nerves there in the first set we saw, but that was a strong comeback and a strong way to finish off in the second set. She's courtside with Jill Krabus.
Coco, congratulations. First of all, welcome back to Melbourne. Always tough to get through the first round, but tell us what your assessment was of this match for you.
Yeah, I was a little nervous the first set. And yeah, I think I did well returning. And then I found my serve towards the end. And in the second set, this is my 3rd time playing her. She's a tough player to play, but I'm happy with how I was able to manage my emotions today.
And I also want to ask you, this is your first slam since coming back as a Grand Slam champion. How are the emotions? Was it different coming into this event for you?
No, I think I'm always nervous in the first rounds of slams. And then honestly, that gave me more confidence today. My first round at US Open was a tough first round, so I knew I could get through those tough moments in the match, and I think that's when I was able to buckle down at 3-all and pretty much go take off from there.
And you had a fantastic season last year, and you started the year so well, defending your title in Auckland. What's the secret for you to start the season so strong in this summer series?
Honestly, when I was nervous at 3-all, I just told myself, I literally said, I feel good, I look good. You do. You look very good. I feel good, I look good, so just have fun. And then that was able to relax me a little bit. So that's why I play tennis, is to have fun, so I remind myself. And thank you guys for watching me play. You guys always have a warm welcome in Melbourne. And yeah, Australia is truly the happy slam, so I needed to just be happy on the court, and that's what I was able to do.
Well said. You always look like you're having fun. Congratulations, everybody. Coco Gauff.
Playing good and certainly looking good. 19-year-old Coco Gauff, a breath of fresh air. Well, should be happy with that. Just an hour of play on court, so that has not taken anything out of Coco Gauff first round.
No, and sometimes getting far in a Grand Slam, you better be lucky with the scheduling. You don't want to hit a too hot of a day. You don't want to hit the rain delay days and go back-to-back matches. So it's great for Coco to get this first match under her belt in some fashion of hit or miss, especially in that first set, but really able to lock it down in the second and just play her way into this tournament. As she said, nerves do create a lot of problems for players, and she does get nervous in these first rounds and has to find a way through these first round matches and conquer the nerves.
No problem.
Yeah, that was very honest in her assessment that she did have quite a few nerves and had to work through it. So if we take a look at the stats, they will of course favour Coco Gauff, but for Schmiedlova, just couldn't get the serve going, and that really put her under so much pressure right from the start.
No, I mean, Coco was holding on by just her return games in that first set. Really was